residential area. So this, they are very, very sticky and fussy about the whole thing. Ghanu kit kit kare cha hamare sath hai. So once we place, put all the.
Yeah, go ahead.
So once we put all the protocols in place, Baba willing, very soon, because even we would like to open it up for Baba lovers to come and visit. Yeah. Baba had said, Manifu is from her diary, the copy is in Baba's room. Baba said, pointed at the stone where I would bang my head, and blood would flow. And in the future, thousands of people will come and bow down to this stone. I've already spoke. When I speak, if you want, I have the paper.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's time to start. So it's 5:30. Let us all concentrate on Baba now.
Yes.
Janice, would you like to start the prayer?
Yes.
Yeah, Baba.
Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more, and more and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's daman till the very end. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai.
Hi Baba, everybody. Welcome to Babaful Thursday Evening. First of all, I would like to call upon and invite our beloved Meher Baba to join us for this meeting. Not only join us, but take over the proceedings of this meeting. Whatever goes on from here onwards is all as per your wish, Baba. Today we have your grandniece, Mehernaz Chopra now, and Mehernaz is wife of Dr. Arvind Chopra, who spoke last week. And they say that behind every successful man, there is a woman. So let's see, Arvind Chopra spoke so well. So now let's see what this lady has to tell us. Over to you, Mehernaz. Go ahead, darling.
Jai Baba, a very, very loving Jai Baba to each and every one of you here today. I would like to thank the Bombay Meher Baba Center for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to speak before you all. I have never spoken live in my life before. This is the first time I'm speaking. So in case I slip up somewhere, please excuse me. Thank you. And yes, so I'll start now.
Yeah.
I'd just like to give a very short introduction about myself. Mr. Samji already spoke about me. I'm the daughter of Gulnar and Jahangir Sukhadwala. Gulnar being the daughter of Baba's brother Behram and Pareen. Pareen was a very big influence in my life while we were growing up. Of course, my parents, Gulnar and Jahangir, also were the biggest influences in my life and my brother's life. And I've grown up most of my life in Baba House, listening to stories from Pareen, my mother Jahangir, mother Gulnar and Jahangir. So I would like to share some of these experiences with you all today. Whatever I speak today is from my heart and my personal beliefs and my personal stories. There are 2-3 instances. I was very small. I was 6 years old in 1966 when Baba performed my Navjot at Guru Prasad. These are the very few instances in my life, just 2 or 3, where I remember Baba personally as if he was sitting before me, even still now. So in 1966, the summer of 1966, Baba performed my Navjot in Guru Prasad, the Mandi Hall. So before that, I want to tell Mr. Jimmy Khan this. Since a long time this has been in my heart, I want to tell him about this. So Baba told Mani, and we call her Mani Fui, to get a dress for me from Coronet. And Mani Fui told Khurshid Auntie, Khurshid Ji Khan, to get the dress for me from Coronet. At that point of time in my life, we are a very middle class family. Getting a dress from Coronet for me personally and for my family was, as I said, getting a piece of the crown jewels. And today is like getting a dress from one of the biggest fashion houses in London and Paris. So she so lovingly chose and got for me the most beautiful dress, the special Navjot dress. So when it was on the 5th of June, when Navjot was performed in Guru Prasad. And I remember I was 6 years old. I remember Baba so clearly sitting on his chair in the Mandi hall in his pink coat. That was the only thing I remember of him. And Baba asked me to, this is what my parents told me. Baba asked me to recite the Parvardigar prayer in front of him. So I recited the prayer. And while reciting, my eyes were, all the time on Mani Fui, because she was like, a comforting factor for me. She's standing in the background. And also that there's from the Mantri hall, the door connecting to the women's room, it has got those wooden doors, and all the women were standing there, Naja, waving out to me. And so my eyes were on that, concentrating on that. Then Baba called Mehra out for the first time and said, "Now Mehra, tame, do her Navjot Sadra Kasti in my hand." And then Baba gave me a write-up, which Erach read out. I can read it out to you if you would like me to read it out.
Please do.
Yes. And Baba said, this Erach translated, he said, "I free you today from all the bindings of caste and religion, and only the binding of my love." I don't remember. Yes. And when Mehra gave me the Sadran Kasti in my hand, this is what, I'll read it out to you because this is very, this is what Baba Erach translated, and my mother has written it down in her diary. Baba said, "The Kasti is a symbol for us tying ourselves to Baba to help us hold on to his Daman." This is what Baba gave the significance of the Kasti. And this is on the occasion of the Navjot of Mehernaz Jahangir Sukhadwala. May Ahura Mazda, Zoroaster, Meher Baba free you from the superfluous and help you to lead a life of good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. So Mehra Aunty said, "Manasni, Gavasni, Kunasni," and bestowed on you the grace of loving Baba. Baba said, "I have given you this symbol of superficial binding to make you free from this binding and only give you the real binding of love." So when I was at that age, I could not understand. So as I grew up, yes, I read this, and it was for me the most precious thing in the world what Baba gave me. So when my marriage to Arvind took place, then Manifa reminded me. She says, "Mehernaz, remember what Baba gave you on your Navjot? He said, I free you from the binding of caste and religion and only the binding of love." So yes, for a Parsi to get married to a Punjabi in those days was, very unthought of and very unconventional. So then Manifa said, I can tell you the story of my marriage a little later. This is one of the most important instances in my life, which I remember Baba physically. And then after that, we had a little picnic on the grounds of Guru Prasad. My grandmother, Pareen, and mother had taken some food. So we were sitting on the ground having some food. So Baba came out, walked and stood behind us. And Mehra and Manifa said, "Baba, Tame Ayaj, you've come?" So Baba said, "Yes, I've just come to see you all enjoy your, your little snacks of food." That was very clear in my memory. And one more memory of Baba, beloved Baba, which I can, so clear to me like a film in front of me. I was 7 years old, and my brother, I have a younger brother, Mehran. He was just 3 years old. And it was the summer of when Baba was in Guru Prasad. Khorshid auntie, Sunama auntie, Sunama Masi's daughter Khorshid, whom we call Khorshid auntie, Nalla Khorshid. So my father had taken my brother and me to Guru Prasad because he was running some errands for Manipuri. So he took us along with him. And Khorshid said, okay, come, Mehernaz, Nirvan, come hold my hand. I'm going to Baba's room to give him a glass of milk. So she held my hand and my brother's hand, both of us, and she had the glass of milk in her hand. And she took us to Baba's room in Guru Prasad. And I remember I looked at the clock. It was 7:10 in the night. Though I was so small, the memories are so strong in my mind. Baba was sitting on his bed with his sadra and his feet on the ground. And Rano was the night watchman. She was standing there. And Khorshid auntie gave the glass of milk to Baba. And Baba so lovingly looked at my brother and me. Excuse me. So my brother was 3. It was quite dark in the room, very small bulb, because Baba didn't like too much of brightness in the night. So my brother, being small, doing like whimpering like a small child crying. So Baba looked at him. Excuse me. So Baba said, "Hey, are you scared of me?" I looked at my brother and asked. So I said, "Nahi ji, Baba." I said, "Nahi ji, Gujarati. Ye tamare thi nathi bito. Tame to Khodai ji chho. How can anyone be scared of Khodai ji? Andhara thi bhej." She's scared of the dark. Sorry. So these are the personal memories of mine of Baba, which I can never forget my whole life. So as I grew up, so one day I asked Manifi when I was big enough, and when Baba dropped us, I said, "Manifi, this of course my mother narrated to Manifi and told her. I said, Manifi, Baba did not speak to us. It was silent. Neither did anyone translate or interpret what Baba was saying. How did I understand what Baba was trying to tell me or my brother?" So Manifi said, "Mehernaz, Baba doesn't have to speak physically to you. He speaks through your heart." That is, she said, he speaks through your heart. So you can understand the language of love. There was no, because when I grew up, I realized, I said, "Baba, you didn't speak. How did I understand what you were trying to say? Me, such a young child." This is what Manipuri told me when I grew up. She said, "Yes, Baba doesn't have to speak to you physically. He speaks from your heart." So these are my personal memories of Baba, which I shared with you today. Yes. And then the rest of what I speak today are what my parents told me, because they would go to Guru Prasad. And my grandmother, Pareen, her stories. Yes. Her story, she came to Baba House when she was a young bride of just 15 years old. And this is one very, 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 close to her heart, which she always told us. So there was one day Baba sent word to Pareen and Shireen Mai, when Shireen Mai was here, that I'm coming to Baba House with a few of my Mandi members, maybe 5 or 6, to just prepare some food, dal, chawal, and some vegetable, some chapatis. So Shireen Mai told Pareen, prepare the food for the Mandli. So accordingly, they prepared food for just maybe 6 to 8 people. So when Baba came to Baba House so Shireen Mai was sitting on the sofa. There's a old sofa. So she got up. She said, "Hare." As a mother, as in a human God, for her, he was her son, a human being. So she got so angry. She said, "Hare, you said I'm coming only with 6. You brought 15 people with you. We have prepared hardly food for 6. I don't care," she said. "Well, I'm going inside. Now it is you and Pareen, do whatever you want." Oh. So she got so, upset. And she went to the other part of the house and sat on her bed cross-legged. She said, "I'm not coming out now." So Baba said, "Mai, don't worry, I'm there." So then he called Pareen. He said, "Come to the kitchen, show me what you have cooked." So she showed Baba, and Baba in one vessel, dal, rice, that vegetable, bhaji. So Baba said, "Very nice." He said, "Now come, serve to everyone." Baba just said, "Oh, this dal is very nice." So he said, "Come and serve to everyone." So Pareen served the food to the whole mandli. And Baba asked them, he said, "You want more?" They said, "Yes, Baba." So second helping, And Pareen said, I kept on looking. The food just never seemed to get over. She said, I was, for her, it was, he said, the food just never seemed to get over. He says, then we all had their full heart. Baba said, it was very tasty. And Baba went to meet me before leaving Baba house. So then, in front of Pareen said, Mai, she called her Mai. Said, Mai, so much food is left over. I mean, it is so she said, what do you think? He's not my son, he's God. Don't you know he's God? So on one hand, yes, on one hand, he was her son, a human.
So typical,
hand,
yeah.
She said, don't you know who he is? He's God after all. So what do you expect after all? After all, he's God. So this is, so connected to this, again, Baba would visit Baba house many times, and when he would come later on, the neighbors would come to know. So few of them would come running to have his darshan. So Baba would sit outside his room on a chair, and people would come. So my Pareen and my mother Gulnar would go running to the nearby mithai shop and just get a few, quarter kg pedas, not expecting. So once it so happened that there were so many people who came, and Manifui was there. Manifui was there, and this small saucer of pedas. So my mother was holding it, and Pareen was holding the saucer. Baba kept giving to everyone, and it was never ending. It was never ending. The pedas just never got over. And then Baba said, "Okay, now Pareen, Tamalako, here now you all have touched. You all have this prasad." So this was his God side, and as Srinima said, the human side of it. For us growing up, a lot of people ask me, that how did you accept Baba? How did you accept Baba? I also ask myself, yes, being born in Baba's family, it was instinctive and intuitive for us. The love for Baba was, he is God. Until today, I don't look for, experiences or to prove that he is God. I cannot explain the feeling. It is so natural. The faith, we have grown up with that faith. And especially, yes, my parents was Manifui, Mehra were a big influence. The faith in Baba today is unshakable. And as Manifui always tells us, you have to have unshakable faith in him. That is the only way. That is the only thing I have grown up with, and I know. Just a minute, I lost my train of thought.
Do you know that your husband is also watching you? He's keeping an eye.
I don't know. I don't know. Yes. So as I was saying, growing up, yes, for us, Baba is God, was God, and always will be God. But the human side of Baba was that being like, it was very comforting to my parents and my family that Baba is always there. Any problem, we'll go and ask him. We don't have to worry. Baba's always there to answer. So that was, very easy for them. Like anything, they would run to Baba. Okay, Baba, this has happened. What should we do? Baba, what should we do? So, and of course, Manifui was the most important go-between. You would first tell Manifui, then she would tell Baba, okay, Baba, Baba would answer, okay, tell Gulna to do this, tell Shangu to do this, or Pareen or Beram, or, for us, whatever. So now there is one instance, my father's parents, Manchesa Sukhadwala, he was one of the oldest members of the Bombay Center, Bombay Baba Center, Manchesa. Many of you may be knowing him, may not be knowing him. But he was one of the oldest members of the Bombay Center. In fact, he passed away just short of his 100th birthday.
Oh.
Yes. So maybe just a few months before his 100th birthday, I don't know, some members of the Baba Center went to his house and offered him roses. I don't know what the occasion was. So my aunt told me this, that the Bombay Center members came and offered, Papa, I called Manchesa Papa, a rose for his, I don't know what the occasion was. So anyway, so even my grandparents, Manchesa and Piroja Mama, my father's parents, loved Baba a lot. And they were staying with us in my parents' house. We had a very small house, maybe just 2 small rooms. And they were staying with us. Of course, things were difficult. We had to adjust. So, and my parents were very happy that, they were staying with them, because mostly it was also emotional support, moral support, and also a very important factor, financial support, because they were contributing a little bit to the household expenses. So just one fine day, Manchesa told my father and mother, sorry, we have decided to move to Bombay to stay with our daughter, because, the house is also very big in Bombay. Here it's a little difficult for us. With age, you're finding a little too cramped up, kind of. So my parents were a little very upset, actually, basically. Suddenly, this move. First of all, the support, emotional one, also financial support was a big thing. My father had a very small salary. So they said, now what to do? So then, suddenly my mother said, Nekulna said, she told Beram, okay, Papa, please go to Baba and tell Baba that to tell Manchesa not to move to Bombay, to stay here. And she said, if Baba tells Manchesa, he will 100% obey Baba. So Manifui told Baba. Baba said, okay, call Manchesa and Jambu, call them to me, Guru Prasad, I will talk to them. So Beram Papa, my father Jangu, and Manchesa went to Guru Prasad to meet Baba. So Baba welcomed them, made them sit. Of course, Manifui was standing there, and she was standing there in the Mandi hall. So Baba asked Manchesa, so Manchesa, you decided to go to Bombay? What happened? So he said, nee Baba, the house is very little small. My daughters need me because they want us to look after their children, because they are doctors. They want to, their practice. There's no one to see to their children and, help them out. So I've decided to go to Bombay for that. So, Jangu and, Jangu was in his mind saying, Baba will tell Manchesa not to go. And Manchesa will said, yes, Baba, he will definitely obey. So Baba said, Manchesa, very good idea. You must go to Bombay. Baba said, of course, very good. Why not? You must go. And then he, looked at my father, Jangu, and said, Jangu, Manchesa has decided to go to Bombay. Are you nervous? So Jangu on the spur of the moment said, nee, Baba, why should I be nervous? You are my real parents. You are my real parents. You are my real father and mother. And Manifui heard that. And of course, then Baba told Manchesa, if you can, every month, send a little small amount of 50 rupees to Jangu and Gulnar for their household expenses too. Of course, he was caught up in sweet, but anyway. So then after they came back, just before they were leaving, Manifui told Jangu, Jangu, today you have won the battle. You have won the battle today in your life. You don't need anything more. Jangu said, no, Manifui, I meant it. I didn't just say for the sake of saying. So Manifui said, Jangu, today you have won the battle. So of course they went home, and Gulnar and Pareen and all are very eagerly waiting. Baba must have told Manchesa not to go. So she said, so Thayo, what happened? So Jangu said, no. Gulnar, Baba said, told Manchesa, you can go to Bombay, live happily, be happy with your daughters. So everyone was very disappointed, because basically, anyway, so as time went by, just a month or two, and my father got a letter he was working in the Air Force. My father was a aeronautical engineer. So he was working at the Lohegaon Air Force. So one of his someone senior to him was posted to another, got a promotion. So that position was vacant. So he got a letter that you have been promoted to his, and you've got an increment of 200 rupees. So, this is, then Jangu went running and told Manifui. So Manifui said, yes, Jangu, when I told you won the battle, you told Baba, you are my real parents. So this is one little, which is very close to me. And Baba would always, call Manchesa. His sign for Manchesa was, so Baba told Manchesa, don't worry, Manchesa. You will live to see, Baba said, you will see my manifestation. He didn't say live. Baba said, Manchesa, you will see my manifestation. So when my father told us this, so I was a young girl, I was very excited, very happy. I said, Manchesa, that means Manchesa is alive. So I mean, if he sees, even we will see Baba's manifestation, So that kind of thing was there. But when Manchesa passed away, I was very disappointed. So I told Manifui, I said, Manifui, Baba told. Manifui said, did Baba tell you? No, he didn't tell you. He told Manchesa. It is between him and Manchesa. Why are you assuming and presuming? So she says, never assume, never presume, and never analyze what Baba says. Just accept what Baba says. And on the topic of manifestation, when Jangu was in Guru Prasad in the Mandi Hall, so Baba told him that my father had a Lambretta scooter. And the story of the scooter is, my father would cycle to Lohegaon for his work. So from our house to Lohegaon, by car today, if you go, it takes about 30 to 45 minutes. So for him to cycle would take almost 2 hours. So being on the human side, Baba said, Jangu, I know it's very tiring for, Baba told money. I know it's so tiring for Jangu to cycle every day to work and come back. So he says, ask Sarosh Irani, Sarosh ji, Sarosh Motors. He had, at that time, Sarosh uncle had the license of Lambretta scooters. He said, ask Sarosh if he can, out of turn, give a scooter to Jangu. So Sarosh said, Baba, yes, I can give, but it will cost him 3,000 rupees. So in the 60s, 3,000 is almost like 3 lakhs. So, Baba told Jangu, okay, Sarosh has said this, but Tari paise paisa hai, 10,000 rupees you have. So Jangu said, Baba, 3,000. He said, go home, ask Gulnar. She's, in charge of finance. You go and ask her. Yes, he said, you go and ask Gulnar. Jangu came home and told Gulnar, ke Gulu, we call her Gulu. Baba has said Lambretta scooter is available, but do we have? So she said, no, I don't think so. But she said, wait, let me see. Let me see in my cupboard, share an envelope. She always, keep, some things aside. And on their wedding, some, Peramni, we say, gift, Sagarnu. She said, let me count. So she counted and exactly 3,000 rupees was there.
Wow.
Exactly 3,000. Exact means to the exact amount. So then Baba told, Jangu went and told Manifu, and then of course the scooter came. So I'm telling you this story. So then Baba said, Jangu, now you've got the scooter. You do one thing. You go to, I don't know this. Baba now. His name was Colonel Bhandari. Colonel Bhandari. So Baba said, Jangu, go to Colonel Bhandari's house and bring Mrs. Bhandari immediately on your scooter to me right now. So Jangu immediately got up on his scooter and running, on the scooter immediately to Colonel Bhandari's house. So then he told Mrs. Bhandari that Baba immediately wants you to come to Guru Prasad. So he says, Jangu bhai, give me just 2 minutes. I'll just wear my sari and I'll come. So he brought her on the scooter. And she came and, so Baba told her that, why I've called you here today? She says, no, Baba. He says, I want to tell you something today. He says, hear me very carefully. He said, when I manifest, I will be seen at 1,000 places at the same time. This is what he told Mrs. Bhandari. And my father was there. And, maybe some of you may have heard this, who were there present. I don't know at that time. But my father was present. And he said, when I manifest, every leaf will call out my name. This is what Baba said. Ek patro, in Gujarati, I'm telling you. Ek patro moru naam dese. This is what Baba said. And my father was present when he said this. So like Manifu said, don't assume, don't presume, and don't analyze. As human beings, we always, wait for, something like this. I just written down some points. I'll just go through. Yes. And as you said, the human side of Baba. So when my father was in Guru Prasad, he was sitting. There was a gentleman next to him. So Baba just looked at my father and laughed, joked. He says, Jangu, you're losing all your hair. Tara neighbor ni hawa tane lagi. So the whole Mandi hall laughed, everyone laughed loudly. So Baba said, remember one thing. I may laugh with you. I may joke with you. I love, but don't ever for a moment forget, this my father written down. Don't ever for a moment forget who I am. Don't ever forget that I am God in human form. He says, don't ever for a moment forget who I am. So this, and we have always grown up with, even with Manifu Mehra, whenever we would meet them, it has always been with a lot of, in the English word, awe and reverence for them. It has never been like, even with Baba, I mean, for us, human side, yes, but, it has always been like, Even in school, a lot of, we would be asked, what is your religion? So we would feel a little, once or twice I said, no, we follow Meher Baba, he's God. So a lot of people would laugh, girls would laugh, oh, what God, how can God be? So then I would little bit withdraw, So Manifi would always tell me, don't worry, let them laugh. As long as even if they've heard Baba's name, they are fortunate. They have heard Baba's name, they're very fortunate. So like my mother-in-law, Santosh, and my father-in-law, Amarnath, and the whole family loved Baba so much. Her only regret in life was that she did not meet Baba physically. So she did not meet Baba physically. So once I had to, Manifi told her that, don't worry. She said, you all are more fortunate who have not seen Baba and love him more than those who have met Baba and love him. So she said, always think, like this is what Baba has told, and she said, the thing, it is a queue, it is a line. Everyone will get their chance. It is only a matter of time. Some may stand in line first, some may stand in line little later, but everyone will get their chance. So don't ever for a moment think that, those who met Baba are more fortunate, those who have not met are less fortunate. It's not that. This is how her explanation to us was. So that whoever, she said, always think that you are in a line. Those who stand first, okay. Those who stand a little later, always, but you will always get your chance, no matter what. So these are the few things which we have grown up with. So now I'll just want. Yes. And my mother's very childhood best friend, Arnavas Irani, sister of Cyrus Irani from Pune, who's a very dear Baba lover. So she was getting married in Bombay, and my mother wanted to attend her marriage. But there was no one to take her because Pareen and Beram were busy with the family and children. She was very disappointed. So, I don't know how Baba being God just sent word one day to Beram that I'm going to Bombay. Would Gulnar like to join me? Would Gulnar like to? There's one Jago, Baba said, Jago Khali chair in the car. So if Gulnar wants to come to Bombay, so she can. So she was very excited. So she said immediately, jumped at the opportunity. She sat in the car. So at that time there was no expressway. So while going on the road, Erach was driving the car. So Baba told Erach, stop, just stop the car for a minute. Stop. So Erach was, so Baba said, what happened? He said, just stop the car. And Baba got out of the car and told Gunnar, come out. So it was today on the expressway, you cannot stop. But at that time, so on the Khandala Ghats. So Baba stopped and told Gulnar, look, he looked up. He said, do you know what that is? So she says, no, Baba, I don't know. He said, that is called the Duke's nose. She said, Baba said, always remember the Duke's nose. Remember what that is. Now, what significance that had? So I don't know. But anyway, whenever we would go to Bombay, we always stop and point out, look at the Duke's nose.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So Baba pointed out to Gulnar, remember, this is called the Duke's nose. So these are very small things like, Baba, his human side for the family and for his lovers, how he would immediately pick up your thoughts, your desires. Like I always will sometimes say, Baba, smallest of things you fulfill. But big things we ask for, you literally make us go through the grind. You literally make us go through the grind. So living in Baba house, yes. A lot of people ask me, how is it like living in Baba house? Living in Baba house is like living, yes, day to day, how a normal family lives. But sometimes when you sit and think, sometimes when I sit, I always, at the back of my mind is always there, this is the house where Baba lived in, where Baba grew. Baba's walked these rooms, Baba's walked the floor, especially Baba's room. Personally, I've had no personal experience going to see. Yes, my grandmother Pareen was there. She would say sometimes at night I hear the Baba's room there's a cuddy. We call a cuddy, falling, the door opening and closing. So she would always say, Baba, Baba has come. Baba has come. But yes, just very recently, 2 months ago, I had to sign some papers. and I could not go to the office, the electric meter, because we had to get a new meter electric. So the engineer, chief engineer, I said I cannot go because of my surgery. So he agreed to come to the house. He agreed. He was very gracious, but he said you'll have to pay a certain. I said we are prepared to pay the fees, whatever. So he came along with his assistant and one more gentleman. This is just 2 months ago. So he came into the side entrance, and of course Baba's room was closed. The door was just. So he came, and I was on a walker, we had mask. So he just stood there. I was waiting for him to speak. I was waiting for him to sign the papers. His assistant kept telling him, Sahib, Sahib. He stood there. I was wondering what has happened to him. So he said, Sahib, Sahib. So after a minute, he looked up and, his good assistant, you go ahead. So he made me sign the papers, and so I thanked him. He said, anyway, after some time, he called me up. He says, what is in this house? I said, sir, Marathi, I spoke to him. I said, Manje, what, sir? He said, ya gharat kya hai? I said, sir, this is Meher Baba's house. I said, for him, for us, he's our God. He says, you have no idea. He says, when I came to this house, that I entered, I don't know what happened to me. I was like in a daze. I forgot what I came for. I literally forgot what I came for. All I thought, I was literally blanked out. So he said, yes. He told me something which, he says, yes, if someone like you believes him to be God, then he must be God. And he says, I will not take any money. But I said, no, sir. I said, whatever your official fees are, you have to take, because that is Baba's and money first. You have to pay whatever, you owe people. Never take for granted, oh no. And also we were brought up that never ever consider yourself, we are this. You're as normal a human being, as normal a person like any other. Every Baba lover is equally beloved to Baba as you are. And every Baba lover is Baba's family. So that's why we have never, we have been brought up with that, that never push yourselves forward, like to show, okay, we are this, so no. You have always been brought up that you are as normal as any other person. That is, this is one thing. And yes, living in Baba house. Yes, like Manipur always say, never say, oh, we are fortunate. Why are others less fortunate than you know? But yes, we are grateful, eternally grateful to him that we've got the opportunity to live in his house. That is the only thing I can say today. And yes, coming to living in this house, it was after my marriage and I came to live. Marriage, I was brought up in a very, very, strict environment. My grandmother was, the main. She was very strict when you no looking at boys, no talking to boys, all girls school, all girls college. So, for me, even, so we were brought up, and we don't regret that, oh my, because they were so strict. It was a very natural thing, a natural part of our upbringing. And when I was 20 years old, usually, every parent, now, time to get married, daughter married. So we got a few proposals, so Pari said, no, I don't like this one. She had her own reservations, no, not this one, not that one. Lambe, we don't want you to go, whatever. So then it was in the Amartiti of 1983. The Amartiti of 1983. Mehra auntie called me and told me, look, Mehernaz, she said, this is the boy I have chosen for you. Because she said, on your own, you will never be able to find someone, I know that. So she said, and what she has told me, even if I take 10 births, I cannot, get what I've got in life today. So she said, the Manipuri, Mehra, Dr. Ghaven, Miru attended the Dhuni. And after they were coming from the Dhuni, Mehra auntie told me, Mehernaz, I prayed to Baba. She says, Baba, whichever boy you have chosen for Mehernaz, bring him in front of me, in front of my eyes. But she said, I didn't expect Baba to do it so immediately. So she said, as we were walking up the hill after the Dhuni, she said, I saw Arvind standing right in front, with hands folded, Jai Baba to me, and Manipuri gave him some prasad. She said, then immediately she told Mani, find out, okay, is he married or not married? Because I'll tell you the reason why. Because his brother got married 2 years earlier, and his mother Santosh ji sent a wedding card to Mehra and Baba, first card for their blessing. So they could not remember which of the brothers got married. So Mehra told Mani, go to Santosh, go and find out, ask her. Okay, who's so Mani, Mehra's word, she went running. Mehra gave us some prasad and she said, go running. Mani, she went running and asked Santosh, is he married? He says, no, Maniji, he's not married. My other younger son is married. So Mani, went running and told Mehra, Mehra, he's not married. He's not married. So Mehra was very happy. She said, okay, Mani, now take this prasad and ask Santosh, will she accept Mehernaz as, her daughter-in-law? Because her love for Santosh is mummy's, I call her mummy. Mummy's love for Mehra, Baba and Mani, uncomparable. So she immediately said yes. But she says, I have to ask, being human, I have to just talk to him, get his, just let him know what it is. And they did not know anything about us, and neither did we know anything about them. But yes, Amrit's father, Kumarji, and Subhadraji also very close to us and very close to Arvind's side of the family. So they told her, okay, with the eyes closed, you can go in. And the same thing they told us, you will never get a boy like this and never get a family like this. So Mehra auntie told me, look, Mehernaz, she said, I'm not forcing you. But if you say yes, it will make me happy. I said, at that instant, before talking to she had already spoken to my parents earlier. I did not know about this. So I said, no, Mehra, your word to me is Baba's word. For me, you are Baba. For me, as a person, personally, I accepted Mehra right from the beginning as Baba. To cut in between, why? Because when Baba made house visits in 1962, he visited Vindra House. He visited Napier Hotel where Joseph Harp was staying. It was Baba House. Then he went to the Kumar shoe shop in many houses Baba was in. So my mother was at Baba House and Baba looked at her and told Gulnar. He knew what was in her heart. She wanted Baba to visit her house. But since being on the second floor, there was no lift. And she knew that Baba cannot climb. And she would never have, So Baba told Gulnar, you don't feel bad that I cannot come to your house. But in my place, is it okay if I send Mehra? Because he told her that Mehra visiting your house is like my visiting. So Gulnar said, no, Baba, whatever you say, thank you. So from that day, for me, when Baba said that, in my mind and my heart, Mehra is Baba. Whatever Mehra's word is Baba's word. Because I told myself, if Baba had told me to marry someone, I would never even have questioned him. I would have instantly said yes. So I told Mehra, I said, no, Mehra, there's no question. You have said, I'm saying yes. But then the worldly side of things. So then Manifi told me, Jo Mehernaz, we don't know, good or bad. Till the end, you will have to. I'm not a superhuman being, and neither am I saying, yes, I've also had many faults in life. It is difficult to adjust. It's difficult to compromise. And it is. Marriage is all about compromise. Maybe I've done less, but more, but I have done yes. I have done my part. So, I've just lost my train of thought. So then Manifi said, Mehernaz, always, and this is what Mehra also told me, most important in a marriage is trust. Trust in each other. Of course, faith and trust is then Baba. He's there to help. But you have to have faith and trust in the marriage. And they told me till the end, nibhau parse, je hoite, good or bad, chelle ve nibhavanu. So yes, we are doing it. We are doing our best to make Baba happy, Mehra happy, Manifi happy. And like Mehra auntie told me, you always do and behave as you would if Baba was physically present. Yes, always that has been her advice and Manifi's advice to me. Always do and behave, speak whatever as Baba was physically present. What you would have done when he was physically present, think and do that. These are guidelines for you. And she said, anytime, always, even if you have to have an argument or anything, with dignity and poise in life. These are her words to me. Always with dignity and poise. Whatever you do, whatever you say, with dignity and poise. So these are the very few things which personally, for me, they're telling me is like Baba telling me. So, yes, just take a 1 minute break. I just have some water. Yes, and like a lot of people would, tell Mani Fui that, financially they would say, someone, even like, financially, someone is, so Mani Fui said, don't forget, in Baba's love, you all are spiritual millionaires. You all are millionaires, but spiritual millionaires. These are her words to us. He says, in Baba's love, you may not be a financial millionaire, but don't forget, spiritual millionaire, and that no one can take away from you. Money can come and go, but your love for Baba, no one can take away. And Baba's love for you and your love for Baba, no one can take away. So this was, what Mani Fui has told us. So she was so worldly, and like Baba would always, this is the Guru Prasad meeting. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it, and also, but I'm just repeating. There's a big group of intellectual people who came in front of Baba to ask him questions. And so Baba knew what they were asking. And Baba said, look at my sister. She's my sister. She's so intelligent that she'll put all of you in her pocket. So Baba said, yes. Baba said, she's so intelligent that she'll put all of you in her pocket. So then Baba asked, them. So they said, then Baba asked them that, then they're very intellectual. They were all highly, some PhD, some were, scientists. So Baba asked them, can any one of you whistle? So they said, no. Then Baba called Baidul. And he said, Baba said, he's, look at him. He's not educated in the real sense of the word. He's not, he has no formal education. But I tell him, Baba said whistle, so he whistled. Baba said, look, he is whistle. He can whistle. Being unity, and you all are such intellectual people. He said, highly, you cannot whistle. So that and then that was at that time, Baba said, my sister is so intelligent that she, this is Baba said, my father's, she'll put all of you in her pocket. This was, for, yes. I just go through my notes for a minute, what I've written, so I should, Yes. Also, my elder uncle Sheru, my elder uncle, I owe it to his memory today to speak about him. He was also living in Baba House, and not much has been spoken about Sheriyar. But you call him Sheru. Because he loved Baba in his own way, but he has always, kept a very low profile. He loved us, and we also loved him. And Baba sent him once to Calcutta to stay with Dr. Murthy. This is what Dr. Murthy has told us, to learn about, printing, the art of printing press. So this was the time of, it was in 1959. So then one day Dr. Murthy got a telegram from Baba. It was my mother's marriage. They got married in Bombay. So Baba sent a telegram that Baba's order to Sheru, he will not attend Gulnar's marriage. Sheru will not attend Gulnar's marriage. So Dr. Murthy read out the telegram, and he said, he told me, he said, I was so upset. I said, how can Baba say this, I mean, he said, I felt bad for Sheru, that Sheru will not be able to attend his only sister's marriage. He said, how will I tell Sheru? He thought that Sheru will, cry, make a little bit of a noise. So he said, Sheru came back from work in the evening, and I read out the telegram to Sheru. Baba said, Sheru will not attend Gulnar's marriage in Bombay. So he said, I looked at Sheru. So he said, okay, Jai Baba, thank you, Baba. And he went inside his room to do his work. So Dr. Murthy said, at that moment, what is obedience to Baba I learned from Sheru.
Oh.
He says, what is obedience to Baba? I learned from Sheru. He said, if I was in Sheru's place, I'll be very honest with you. He said, I would not have obeyed Baba. I would have disobeyed Baba. But he said, yes, at that moment, I learned obedience to Baba from Sheru. And whenever Mera and Manifu would visit Baba house during the summer vacation, they would always come to Baba house. Evening, there would be a little bhajan program. Arvind Madang, Rustam Sahab would sing. And, so Mera and Aunty would give out prasad. So Sheru would be very shy, stand behind the door. And every year, invariably, Mera Aunty would call Sheru. Sheru, come and sing, a song. It was his favorite song. And it was Mera Auntie's favorite song too. I cannot sing, but I'll just say the lines to you. Sheru would say, Na main Bhagwan hu, na main shaitan hu. Dunya jo chahe samjhe, main to insaan hu. मुझ में भलाई भी, मुझ में बुराई भी, लाखों है मैल दिल में, थोड़ी सफाई भी, थोड़ा सा नेक हूँ, थोड़ा बेईमान हूँ, दुनिया जो चाहे समझे मैं तो इंसान हूँ. So Mera would always say, he's got such a pure and innocent heart, Sheru. So he has, everyone has got faults in life. So, but, and every year Mera would make him say, and he had a very lovely voice. And like Manifu would say that Baba would, he was the only one, Baba would ask him to sing the New Life song, Sheru. Baba would make Sheru sing the New Life song. But yes, Sheru would sing the New Life song. So this is a little thing, of Sheru, which I wanted to share with you today, because I owe it to his memory because of his, not much has been spoken about Sheru. This is about Sheru, and yes, just one.
What was your reaction with Sheru? I mean,
yes.
Any particular incidents that you remember about Sheru showering his love upon you all and all that?
Yes. Oh yes. Just 1 minute, I think I've lost it. Do it. I should just call him to do it.
Were you good at copying in exams or what?
No, my God, copying, no. In fact, I'll be very honest with you. We were brought up.
Yeah.
So our only thing in life was, studies. And we had to stand first in class. There was no question of standing second. And in fact, many of the students behind would tap me, please show. So we would never do that. Never do that. Never ever do that. Because, you were so scared that if you are caught, we'll get. Anyway, yes, coming to Sheru, he loved Arvind the most. Because, yes, he loved us also. He loved my son, Mehernaz. And every time, in fact, sometimes I would say, Sheru, please, should I get chocolate for you? Should I get chocolate for Mehernaz? Should I get some food for you? I said, no, Sheru Mama, please. And, he loved Arvind because Arvind was staying in Baba house. So he told Arvind one day, he said, Arvind, you're the best doctor in the whole world. So Arvind said, why, Sheru? How can you say that? He says, why? Because you're treating me. Yes, he says, because you're treating me, you're the best doctor in the whole world. And yes, Sheru loved us a lot. He loved my mother Gulnar. He loved my mother Gulnar a lot. Yes, he was very fond of her. He was very fond of her. And, for everything, he would tell me, Mehernaz Guru ne ke na mane ai joij. Something or the other. And because he knew that, she would give it to him, being his. There's just 1 year difference between them. He's 1 year older to her. So it's 1 year older to my mother. He was the oldest. And actually his thing is, Shireen Mai, told Baba that, Baba, Pareen is married for 2 years, no children. All my friends are making fun of me. So, your son is married, Mera man, no children. So Baba said, then Sheru was born. And she was so proud that, the firstborn was, and she was very proudly tell all her friends, see my grandson, Many of her, for Shirin Mai, like, money would tell us, it was very humiliating because a lot of people did, give her, sarcastic comments. So, so for her, Shiru being born as the firstborn was, and yes, Gulnar also. When Gulnar was, Parin would tell us that Shirin Mai was very fun. She would run behind her to feed her, children should run behind her to feed her musambi, apple, and she would make very small chapatis for her to, being a child, to feed her. So that was the Shirin Mai's being here. So that, there's one more story which I would like to, this is not my personal or not my family, but a gentleman called Habibullah. A gentleman called Habibullah, a Kashmiri gentleman. It is connected with Baba very, but he told this to me, Gulnar and Manifui when he went to his shop. He owned a Kashmiri handicraft emporium on the main road of Pune, the shopping area, MG Road. So Manifui went to buy a carpet for Baba's room, a Kashmiri carpet. So he went, this was many years ago. Because I don't know whether he's alive or he's no more. If he is alive, he must be in his late 90s or early 90s. So he was a young boy of 12 years old when Baba visited Kashmir. And Baba went to stay in Kashmir. So Baba rented a house in Kashmir. And his father, Habibullah's father, was like a caretaker of that house. And he would run errands for Baba. Daily errands. So his father would take Habibullah ji with him as a small boy to help out. So he said that when I would visit, first time he saw Baba sitting with his money around him. So he said, as a small boy, I also sat in one corner. And he said, I was so mesmerized by Baba's beauty, by Baba's radiance, by his love. So he said, I did not know who Baba was. I mean, they had never heard of Mir Baba. For him, he was like a guest in the cottage. He said, I would sit for hours just listening to him. His interpretation, Baba's discourses. So he said, every day I would go. And Baba would then, call me. Baba would give me an apple, some orange. And he said, we were so poor. There was so much of poverty in Kashmir. So for us, it was, getting, this was something so precious. He says, a month went by. And he said, I came to know that Baba's leaving, going back to Mehrabad. He says, for 2 days, I did not eat food. I cried and cried and cried. So he said, then the day Baba was leaving for Mehrabad, my father took me with him. And he says, I cried and cried so much. And my father, he said, I literally held on to Baba's feet, clung on to his feet. Baba, please take me with you. Habibullah ji said. And he said, my father also requests Baba, please take him with you. He says, over here, there's so much also poverty. And iski zindagi sawar jayegi, like, in Hindi we say. So Baba said, nahi, sorry, main aapko nahi le ja sakta hu. Kyunki he said, you're a small child, aap chote ho. आपकी पढ़ाई पूरी करनी है, आपकी पूरी जिंदगी, आपका परिवार यहाँ पर है कश्मीर में, फिर आपको पढ़ाई करनी है. So he said, I cried. So Baba said, तुम क्यों रोते हो? He told me as a child. He says, don't worry, one day you will be my neighbor. He told Habibullah. So he said, I was a small boy of 12 years old. So time went by, बरसों बीत गए, सालों बीत गए, मैं बड़ा हुआ, शादी हुई, बच्चे हुए, परिवार हुआ. 20-22 साल में उसकी शादी हुई. सेड मेरी शादी हुई, बीवी, बच्चे. He said, फाइनेंस, घर चलाना मुश्किल हो गया, पैसों की इतनी तंगी थी. He said, एक दिन मेरे 2-3, I'm talking Hindi little bit, because if you want me to speak in English, I will speak in English.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he said, मेरे 2-3 मित्र आए और he said, हबीब, देखो हम ये एक जगह है महाराष्ट्र में, पूना करके, हम वहां गए और हम यहाँ से थोड़े हैंडीक्राफ्ट शॉल लेके, बहुत अच्छी बिक्री हुई हमारी, थोड़े पैसे कमाए. तुम क्यों नहीं आते हमारे? तुम भी आओ, तुम्हें भी थोड़ा पैसा मिलेगा, परिवार संवर जाएगा. So he said, first I was very hesitant, कि how to leave my family. So he said, my parents said, नहीं तुम जाओ, हम हैं यहाँ पर बीवी बच्चों को संभालने के लिए. He said, I came with them to Pune, brought some shawls and some handicrafts. He said, साइकिल पे हम साइकिल हायर पर किराए पर लेते थे, साइकिल पर हम हैंडी बिकते थे. घर घर गली गली घूमते थे साइकिल पर, shouting out our wares. So he said then again I would go back to Kashmir, थोड़ा पैसा इकट्ठा करके जमा करके वापस I would come back. She said maybe 1 or 2 years went by. He said one day my friend came and told me कि देखो हबीब ये किराए पर दुकान मिल रही है, क्यों ना हम ले किराए पर पार्टनरशिप में हम 2-3 मिलकर हम दुकान. He said I was happy. He said हाँ ठीक है हम करेंगे. So he said we took the shop on rent. हम कश्मीर गए, सामान लाए. तो he said मेरे 2 मित्र दुकान संभालते थे, तो मैं फेरी लगाता था साइकिल पे बिकने के लिए. जब मैं दुकान संभालता था मेरे मित्र साइकिल पे फेरी लगाते थे. So he said एक दिन मैं साइकिल पर गली में घूमता था, फेरी लगाता था बिकने के लिए. So he said one lady called out to me. He said, she heard me, शॉल है सब. So she called me. She said मुझे शॉल, आपके पास शॉल है? He said हाँ शॉल्स है. So she said आओ अंदर आओ. So she called him inside. She called him inside the house, and she chose one shawl, for herself or the family. So he said 10 रुपया था. She said okay ठीक है तुम बैठो यहाँ पे, मैं जाके पैसा ले आती हूँ अंदर से. So he said I just happened to look up, glance up, and he said I saw Baba's photo on the veranda. So this lady was Pareen, my grandmother, and the house was Baba house. He did not know and she did not know who he was. So she says she came out with the money. So I asked her कि माता जी ये मेहर बाबा है? She said हाँ मेहर बाबा है. She said I asked her कि आप मेहर बाबा को मानते हो? He said हाँ हम मानते हैं. He said she said मैं उनकी भाभी हूँ और ये मेहर बाबा का घर है. He said when she told me that, an electric current went through my body, and he said an electric current went from my head to my, and he said I felt as if someone hit me on my head and said, remember what I told you? Remember what I told you? He said मुझे बाबा के शब्द याद आए कि one day you will be my neighbor. Now why this? Because his shop is in a place on MG Road. Now Baba house, you just come out of the lane from Baba house and his shop is just across the road. So he said, I realized that in such close proximity, my shop is just almost next to Baba house. He said, then what Baba meant that one day, don't cry, you will be my neighbor. He said, that is when I realized, and Baba told me in Kashmir when I was a 12-year-old boy, that don't worry, one day you will be my neighbor. So he told Manipuri, he told my mother, and he told me personally this. So this has been, very, inspiring and very close to me, to my heart, Habibullah Ji's story. Of course, he went back to Kashmir. His grandson is running the shop. He was coming for 2 years before the pandemic started to Baba's room. And, so that is the story. So I hope I've not crossed the time limit now.
No, don't worry, go on.
No, I've spoken enough for today, for one day. Yes.
No, please carry on. If you have anything more to narrate, we'd be happy to listen.
Okay. I'll just go through my notes. Is there something which I've written down? I'll just basically, yes. I think most of you must have heard this, but Baba gave me the order about not eating. I have spoken about it in the youth savas, but I can again say it.
No, we haven't heard it.
Yeah, okay. This is one short thing I'll just say before I was 3 years old. In Guru Prasad, Pareen was with me and she was feeding me sweet candies, strawberry flavored. So Baba was passing by outside the veranda, the Guru Prasad veranda. He looked at Pareen and he looked at me. He says, Pareen, you're giving Meena sweets. From tomorrow, no sweets forever. That is my order. She will not eat sweets. So I was 3 years old, of course. The parents told me never to eat sweets. This is Baba's order. And I never even, thought about it, that, I will not eat sweets. So obeying the order came very easily to me. Never gave it a thought. Even till today, I don't even think. No eating means no eating. But then Manifi told me that, whenever you get prasad at the samadhi, never refuse. Take it and give it to your mother or father or your son or husband to eat your prasad. So this, when I was in class 3 in school in St. Anne's, and there was my class teacher, Miss Ghaswala. So very, very, she had taught my mother. She had also taught Manipuri when Manipuri was in the same school. So she did not, maybe she knew what Baba, she did not know. So I was in class 3. And she was a very, very strict teacher. Literally, the girls would tremble, to have her as a class teacher. And she had one, though she was very, but she had a very heart of gold. But so, like, she had a habit. It was her. So that whenever we had a test or a test, the person would get the highest marks. So she would tell all the girls, now close your eyes and open your mouths. The person having the highest marks, she would put a sweet in their mouth. This was her way of, rewarding the students. So then one day we had a test, and I knew that I must have done very well, because for us it had to be full marks, 100 upon 100, that kind of a thing. So at that age, I was so scared. Oh my God! Now she has said that, now what to do? So I heard her, eyes closed, mouth open. I closed my mouth. I said, if she puts, I will break Baba's order. And for me, I cannot break Baba's order under no circumstances. So I heard her coming slowly and standing. I could hear, she stood near my desk. She stood near my desk, and she tapped me. So the more she did, the more I pressed my mouth closed. So she got so angry. She said, how dare you disobey me? How dare you disobey me? So she said, okay, stand up. And she, with the ruler, I got a beating. She wrote in the calendar, call your parents, call your mother tomorrow. So I went home, and getting a remark in the calendar is the worst thing to happen to a good student, It's like a black mark, which we never like to have. So the mummy got a, why didn't you open your mouth and tell? I said, Mummy, how can I tell her? She will. So then, okay. My Gulnar came next day, told her, okay, ma'am, Miss, we call them Miss, we are Meher Baba's followers, and this was her order. So she got. So she said, then she looked at me, she said, Mehernaz, why didn't you tell me? I said, Miss, I was a little scared. She says, first time in her life. And she said, because she said, come to the principal's office. Because, she was, so we went to the principal, and there, my mother told the principal, this is the thing, that is why she disobeyed the teacher. Not because she wanted to disobey. She didn't want to break Meher Baba's order. Because for us, he is our God, and, so the principal said, no, don't, it's okay. So then Ms. Ghaswala told me that the first time in her life, I think it must have been, it was embarrassing for me. She said, I'm sorry. She said, please forget. I said, no, miss, please. I said, please don't say sorry to me. I should have, told you, but I was scared that, how can I, tell you? You'll get more angry with me. So this was Baba's personal order to me not to eat sweets. So till today, yes, that is, I don't eat. And I don't drink. Baba's order is, I don't even for a moment think, why did Baba give me this order? What, why, what? No. Baba's order is, it's very natural, a part of, your daily life kind of a thing. So anyway, this is the thing. And yes, I'll just read out one telegram. This Baba sent. This is the last thing I'll read before I wind up. Baba sent this telegram to my mother and on their wedding day, Gulnar and Changu's wedding day. And the same telegram, Manipuri and the Mandi sent on Arvind and my wedding day. I'll read out to you. Meherazad Mehrabad Mandli send felicitations with heartfelt wish that Mehernaz Arvind, as one heart, one mind, remain closest to beloved Baba and radiate love, joy to make others happy. Mehrabad and Meherazad Mandli. This was the same telegram which Baba sent to Gulnar and Changu, the same wordings Manipuri copied and sent to. I found this by just chance today. Actually, I've forgotten about it. Maybe Arvind also doesn't know about this telegram. But today I just found it by chance, so I thought I'll just share it with you all today.
Nothing happens by chance, Mehernaz.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Yes.
his wish that you should have shared it today.
Yes. Yes.
Rightly. Yeah.
Very true. Very true. Very true. So I'll just wind up and say,
अरे नहीं नहीं इतनी जल्दी दौड़ी कहाँ जाए?
no, nothing. I'm not running. I'm not running. Yes. I just put some.
Let us ask if anybody wants to ask any questions.
Yes. Just a minute.
Haji.
No, Mehernaz, we don't let.
I've again just lost thing 1 minute. I just asked him to just, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. Suki to Panjale.
Mehernaz, we don't let people go before 7. So you have to first finish it till 7.
Okay. Tell you, if
Then
someone
we'll-
wants to ask me something, I'm happy to answer. Okay. Haji. If I can answer them, I don't know. If I have something written down, I've said all the. If someone wants to ask me something or speak, I can be
Yeah.
happy to.
Tell us something about your father-in-law and mother-in-law. Tell us something about them.
Okay. Yes. Their love for Baba, their love for Baba, we cannot question. They loved Baba, even though they did not meet Baba physically. Mummy and Daddy, both of them, and even the whole family just loved Baba. Yes. For Mummy, it was her, she was so happy that Mehra suggested me as her daughter-in-law. And I'm equally fortunate to get them as my in-laws. Yes, they have never ever interfered in the sense that, for them it was only Baba, Mehra and money free. Whatever pleases them, whatever makes them happy. Nothing more to it. I can just 1 minute. I'm going to give me a minute to think about. Yes, she loved to sing. She loved to sing. And most of the songs which Arvind sings are written by her. Most of the songs which Arvind sings has been written by her. And like Patthar, Arvind sings, she has written. And they're coming to Baba also. They do nothing about Baba. They were all born in Kenya, in Nairobi. And the parents, they came to Dehradun to give their children the best of education because they heard that Dehradun has got the best schools. So to give their sons the best education, they shifted to Dehradun, India. And that is how it was just destined for them because they had to come in contact with Baba. And Freni Nalawala was very close to them. And of course, Amrit's parents, Kumarji and Subhadraji also are very close to them. And when they would, the Baba stories and, they came to know through, you would hear them but yes, that's the only regret was that they could not see Baba physically. And as I spoke earlier, Manifu explained to me and explained to them. See, most of their life was only devoted to Baba, singing. Yes, they loved. When I got married, I went to Dehradun. And like Arvind told you the story of the Sardarji, Virendra Singh, the mummy, and they were very close to them. And so she told me the first thing, she said, Mehernaz, you must go and visit them. Must go to their house because, they are old. They cannot, come to our house in Dehradun. So when I went and visited them and, they were so happy.
What was it like meeting them? Was there anything special about them?
Yes. See, I'll tell you, I'll be very honest with you. When I met them for the first time, they came, Mummy came with Arvind and her younger son to Baba House, meet me for the first time, because they never met. It was only just talk on Baba's birthday, 2 days before Baba's birthday. So, Pareen was there. Yes, I'll tell you something very. So she came with, and even Pareen had not seen him. Seen him means she only knew that, this boy Mehra suggested. So when Mummy came to Baba House with Arvind and her younger son, so Pareen was, she said, tomorrow dikros hai, Arvind, because I'll tell you the story. Yes. Santosh Mummy was very close to Pareen. She'd call her Bhabhi. She always call her Bhabhi.
Oh.
Yes, she would call her because Mehram Baba's brother. So, in relation, she's Baba's Bhabhi. So when Arvind first came to FMC, to join FMC, she brought him to Baba House. And she told Parin, Bhabhi, Aaj se, she said, I will not be here. I'm going back to Dehradun, but I'm leaving him in your care. From today, you will be his mother. And from that day, Parin knew him, but she didn't know the name or whatever. So when Arvind came, she came to know that Mehra has chosen Arvind. She said, Arey, ye to mora dikro hai. He's not new. He's not new to me. I know him for the last 12 years. And she would always send, Dehradun basmati rice. Basmati rice was very, very famous of Dehradun. Parin loved the basmati rice. So she would always send with Arvind, Arvind, go and give Parin Bhabhi rice. Whenever he would go to Dehradun for his holidays, he would come back with a bag full of rice for Parin. That was her favorite, basmati rice. So that was Baba's way of saying that neither they knew us, neither we knew them, but the connection was always there. Yeah. So they and we accepted them and they accepted us just as, and there was no question yes, but yes, the thing was we were new to them, they were new to us. But in Baba's connection, nothing was new. It was just as we knew them years, for years, and they knew us for years. It was instant, the bonding, the connection was very instant. It was like that. And even for me, never thought, like a Punjabi, or it was just like Baba's. I never gave it a thought that, like Punjabi family or whatever. It was like, Mehra suggested, Baba Singh. That was so they kept visiting, and, so for them, Baba's Mehrabad and Mehrazad were she loved Mehra. So that was yes. That was my, of course. If anyone wants to ask me something, I'll be happy to answer. Sorry, guys, I can't hear the audio. I don't know, I've touched something off, I don't know.
Jimmy uncle, we can't hear you.
Next day.
Not yet.
All right, before Jimmy gets his audio corrected, Mehernaz, Jai Meher Baba.
Jai Baba Ramji.
This is Ram Nori.
Yes, Jai
And,
Baba. So nice to see you.
Jai Baba. I'm very glad you came and spoke today, and I must tell you, it was pretty well organized talk. And
Yes,
you should do this. You and Dr. Chopra should give these talks more often.
Thank you. I've spoken, as I said earlier, this is the first time in my life I have spoken live. So, and I literally, it's because for me like appearing for an exam.
No, it's nothing like exam, but you spoke your thoughts were very, the whole talk was very well organized. I liked it.
Thank you.
It's methodical, and I think you guys should do it see, there are not too many family members left anyway. So I think you should spread the word and give more of these talks. I mean, of course, Saurabh bhai, you talk to Saurabh bhai, he'll say, "Arey kitne baar baat kiya? Bahut baar baat kiya hai. Tapes hai, ye abhi kya?" He says same thing. I can't keep on saying in frequently. That's what he tells me. So you guys now, it's do it more often in different places, different times.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you. Jai Baba.
Thank you, Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Dilshad, you want to say something?
Yes, please, if I'm allowed.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Mehernaz auntie,
Yes.
you are the great grandniece of Baba. So the fact that Zoom connects us and that I can see you, for me, it means so much. I can't to tell. So to be able to connect this way, for somebody whose bloodline is related to Baba, I feel myself so blessed.
Please don't say that. As I spoke earlier, like every Baba lover is equally beloved to Baba as every. It is not that, yes, when someone asks me and tells me, then I remember, yes, I'm related by blood to Baba, and it is 100 births if I give, I will not be able. But yes, I always consider myself as normal and as the same as everyone else. We
Yes,
were
I
brought up,
consider myself also as very fortunate that
yes, like
and His
Manifa,
grace. My
sorry.
question is that do you have siblings in terms of brothers, sisters?
Yes, I have a younger
And
one.
if you can share some few interactions about Baba and them, as also how Baba would interact with other cousins, sisters, brothers, because I believe you also had a very huge family in terms of brothers and grandchildren and stuff like that. So it would be nice if you can share. Thank you.
Yes.
Jai Baba.
Yeah. See, uh, my brother is younger to me. I have a younger brother, but Baba dropped his physical body when I was just 9 years old. So the interaction, I spoke earlier already, I think about this, my brother and me visiting, seeing Baba in Baba's room. So if I can repeat that, I don't know if you have heard that. I don't know, maybe you heard that, you didn't hear me. I can repeat it if you want. That is the only thing. But yes, my uncles, Rustam, Sorab, they have been with Baba. I mean, they would visit Baba and one Guru Prasad. As with a lot of, not individually, but when Baba would give darshan. With my brother and me, this was a very personal meeting. Not meeting, I should say. Khorshid auntie. I'll repeat the same thing. If you don't mind, I'll have to repeat it again. Suna Masi would call her daughter Khorshid, was taking a glass of milk to Baba in his room. And my brother and I were there. My father taken us because he was running some errands for, for money and the money. So she told me, I was 7 years old. She said, come with me. I'll take you to Baba's room. Come and meet Baba. And then it was night time. It was 7 in the night, 7:10. And my brother was just 3 years old. He held my hand and she took us. So Baba was sitting on his bed with his feet down. And the room was quite dark, very dim bulb. And Rana was the night watchman. So my brother, being a small child, was, suddenly little, whimpering kind of, and clung on to me. I picked him up. So Baba said, are you afraid of me? So I said, no, Naiji. I spoke in Gujarati, of course. I was always speaking Gujarati, and even I pray in Gujarati to him. But so I said, Naiji, Baba. I said, he's not afraid of you. How can anyone be afraid of you? I said, you are God. He's only afraid of the dark. So Baba smiled, he caressed me and, hugged me and my brother. And then we went. This was a personal memory with my brother and me with Baba. Yes. Yes. So, and then I asked, as I grew up later on, I asked Manifa. I said, Manifa, Baba did not speak. How was I able to understand what he's telling me? Because there was no one to translate, no one to interpret what Baba was saying. So as I spoke just now, what Manifa said, Baba doesn't have to speak physically. He speaks, from in your heart. So you know what he's speaking to you. Your only heart has to be open to his love. That's all. That's the most important thing.
Thank you.
To receive his love is the biggest thing, the biggest gift God can give to us. Yes. And we only pray that, we receive his grace and his love always. That is always my prayer to him. Baba, please keep your loving grace on us and your love. That is all important. Yes. And I just wrote a small thing. Yes, in my daily life, I try to practice and live up to and uphold the values which have been passed on to me by my parents, my grandparents. And I pray to Baba to help us to uphold this. And also we pray that our future generations cherish and value and uphold these traditions and appreciate and live up to them. That is my only prayer to Baba today.
Archana Grover, go ahead.
Jai Baba Mehernaz ji. It's been so delightful listening to you. And one big treasury which I'm taking home today is...
Thank you. It's my pleasure and honor to speak to you all today.
Yeah. Like what you said, don't assume, don't presume, don't analyze.
Yes.
But accept. That's the most beautiful lesson I've learned today from you. Thank you so much, Jai Baba.
Because I said, because I follow the same thing. Yes, as humans, we always, but we are no one to question. We are no one to question him. We have no right to question Baba. You have to accept this is her personal advice to me. You have to accept Baba's will, no matter. And yes, one more thing I can always tell you, this is the last thing. This Baba told my father, Jambu, he says, yes, I will let the water rise up, but not let it cross your nose. I will never let you drown. Always remember that. He said, the water may reach up to your nose, but he said, remember, I will never let you drown. I will never fail you. This is what Mary and my son got in one of his Christmas packets. Baba said, I will never fail you. That is the most important thing in life. Money. He said to my father, I will never let you drown. Always remember that. And yes, Baba told my father, this is what we learned, that anything you do in life, your work, he told my father specifically, 100% honestly, if you work, not one single hair on your head will be harmed. He said, if you do your work honestly, 100% honestly, not a single hair on your head will be harmed. He told him in Gujarati. So this is what Baba's precious lines are to us, his precious advice to us, most precious.
Mehernaz, can you please do us a favor and sing an aarti of your choice, whichever?
I told her, yes, but I will stand and sing because I don't like it.
Please do.
But if you can join me, I would not like to sing because I don't have a very good voice.
No. You see, what happens is when everybody tries to sing, it goes haywire. There's no coordination.
I really hope I don't.
Don't worry about the voice and all.
Because, okay, should I do it now?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I don't have a very good voice, so
It doesn't matter about.
If I forget in between, I get a little nervous.
Yeah.
Saying the prayers, I forgot the prayers also, though I say it every day. Okay.
You can sit down and do it also if you're comfortable.
I wouldn't know because, my father and my mother always told me, because he said, unless, during my surgery, yes, I could not stand at all. But today, by Baba's grace, I can stand. But I need a little support, so I just hold on to my chair. Beloved Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Khara khuda raat ne farmatu lagi आशा भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूर ईमान तू आया बाबा चरण पर तुझ न धरी सन उदाना जात थी वाके पथई में तो मेहरबान तुझे माँ लिख हकीकतनो तू आशिर भी आरे भी तुझे डरी याए वहदत मारे फतनो होई तू पातू मोरे रौके साले कहस्ते ज्ञान सदनु के तुझ पर मातम ज्ञानी चले प्यारे उदाना प्रेमनो प्यारी मस्त हमने कर तुझ पर ज्ञान सदके साखिया सीधे पैमा तू हमारी नाव भर दरिए तरावे तो हमें तरिए हमारा खुदा है मेहर बाबा जावे नार जल्लतनी घर खुदा रात में फरमातू लागी आशा भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूर ईमातू Beloved Avatar, Mehr Baba, beloved Avatar, Mehr Baba, beloved Avatar, Mehr Baba.
Jai Baba, everybody.
Jai Meher Baba.
Jai Meher Baba.
Sam, can we have the junior most Chopra also one day?
Yes, sure.
Haji, someday please.
I wish to wholeheartedly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, the Bombay Center, each and every one of the Bombay Center.
Thank him and him alone.
Opportunity to speak to you all and share my experiences. Thank you so very much.
We are thankful to you.
No, please don't thank me. Please don't thank me.
I mean,
It's been my pleasure.
Going on all night saying thank you to you and you thanking us and thanking to you again. And thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba, for everything. What I noticed, a very beautiful thing towards the Aarti was, I found that most touching. Dr. Chopra was also singing it with you from wherever he is located. And to me, this is what a couple is all about, a married couple is all about.
Hi, Arvind.
Haji.
Jai Baba.
Jai Meher Baba. आइए मैदान में आइए. Where are you, sir? Switch on your video. Ah, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
So nice, so nice. ये क्या रोमेटिक डिजीजेस पुणे साइड में लेके बैठे हैं आप?
नहीं. Jai Baba, it was a very lovely evening.
Yes.
I also learned many new things.
Right, this was very, very from the heart, you know. This is how Baba would have liked it always to be.
Absolutely.
And someday we will have your son separate us. And then
Mehriar, yeah.
His name is Mehriar.
Haji Mehriar, yes.
Yeah.
We would like him to sit down and share his side of the story. And then the finale would be all three of you together. And yes. We are not going to let you go so easily, sir.
The problem is that either Mehriar talks or I talk, because both of us, we talk a lot. And then Baba doesn't get time to talk. So today, actually, Mehernaz told me in the morning, "Aap tum mat baat karna." मैं कहा बिल्कुल नहीं. I don't listen today. Jai Baba.
ये तो बहुत मजा आती है सब सुन के.
So along with you should bring Sora Bhai also.
Yes, we can all give a kirtan actually one day. We can. Jai Baba.
My mother was so fond of Mehernaz as a cousin that mummy used to always say, "You are the naughty one and Mehernaz is the good one." So when Shahnaz got a girl, mummy wanted to name her daughter Mehernaz. So first we had named her Nainaz. So she felt sick. So mummy said, "Shahnaz, please name her Mehernaz. Baba no naam che Mehernaz Mukh." Mehernaz Mukhina, then she survived.
Wow.
Hello. Sam, may I come in?
Yeah, please do, Jimmy.
Mehernaz, I'm talking to you. I have a small anecdote between your brother Sheru, myself, and Meher Baba. It was Baba's last day at Guru Prasad, and he was leaving for Mirza. This could be mid-June or whenever. And we were collected on the veranda because all the monthly were packing and getting ready to move. So Baba was also on the veranda. There was a small crowd. I was there, Sheru was there, and naturally Baba was there. So Baba was trying to tell Sheru that remember, I am God.
Yes.
Sheru didn't catch it. Somehow I caught it. You know, it was like a triangle.
Yes. Yes.
Baba seated, I was somewhere here, Sheru was somewhere, it was like a triangle. And Baba told Sheru, remember, I am God. And Sheru didn't catch it. I don't know how I caught it. So immediately I interjected and I said, Sheru, Baba says that I am God. The moment I told Sheru, that Sheru, Baba says that I am God, Baba looked at me, then he looked at Sheru and said, did you hear what Jimmy said? Did you hear? Remember that. Remember that I am God. So one small anecdote I thought I'll share with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so very wonderful. So wonderful talking to you all today. Thank you. Thank you.
Those glorious Guru Prasad days, absolute glorious.
Yes.
Absolute. My mom has.
Jimmy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Sheru is her maternal uncle.
Yes.
Saurabh
Sheru,
bhai.
I know Gulnaz, sorry, Gulnaz brother. Gulnaz brother.
Yeah.
My mom stitched one sadra for Baba. She was cooking for Baba.
Very wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's really been wonderful today, me seeing you all, talking to you all, and the love I got from you all and the encouragement. This was, as I said, the first time I've spoken. So you all made me feel so wonderful today. I must thank you all for this wonderful experience today.
It may be your first time, but this is not the last time. Now you will keep going on and on and on.
Thank you. It's very kind of you. Thank you so much.
This is how Baba starts. Ek chavi api, engine has started. Now you will keep rolling. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Okay, Janice.
Yes. And I just want to say one small thing. I want to really thank Baba. It was such an amazing session. Thank you, Baba. And listening all these experiences from all you, Jimmy Uncle, Mehernaz ji, Arvind ji. It's thank you, Baba. It's your grace that has made it possible for us. Because with your sharing, we can only visualize and experience Baba. Thank you so much, Baba, for everything.
Thank you. I want to thank you all. And I thank Baba because I asked him for his help today. He said, please make it possible for me to speak well and, live up to your expectations. Thank you so much, Baba. Thank you. Beloved Avatar, Meher Baba ki jai.
So, Uncle, shall I end the meeting for all?
Yes,
please. Thank you so much,
Jai Baba.
Thank you. Thank you, Baba. And everybody stay safe. Take care. Baba ne ke ba. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba.